Hello, everybody. This is Freaking Rican from Freaking Rican News Network, and I wanted to bring you guys a story. So I'll let the video play first.
Since the consent decree, the police department has built a lot of trust with the public.
The president of the Cleveland's Black Shield Police Union says he felt it was important to speak out after he found out that two Cleveland police officers are facing internal discipline for allegedly sending racist text messages.
The messages were disturbing to me. Yes, they were.
According to city records obtained by the I-Team, Detective John Kranick is facing administrative discipline for using disparaging and racial remarks when referencing African American football players. And Patrol Officer Aaron Pettit is facing discipline for making disparaging remarks when referring to an Arabic male during a potential police action.
Internal Affairs found the text messages the two officers allegedly sent while they were investigating another case.
Police Union President Jeff Fulmer says he does not believe the officers should be disciplined because the texts were sent on their personal phones and while they were off duty. Fulmer says the officers' statements are protected by the First Amendment. The union has filed a
Now, did you hear that? That now the officers want to go by the First Amendment. So, a private citizen walking around taking pictures and walking around with a video camera, which is a protected act, but when an officer sees somebody like that, first thing they want to do is harass, ask questions, and demand ID. But now that the officers got caught doing this, now they want to claim the First Amendment. Now the First Amendment matters.
lawsuit in federal court to prevent the city from disciplining the two officers. The case is still pending. But the president of the Black Shield Union says he is upset the comments were made by officers.
The messages were disparaging, and it's unfortunate that people on the police department may think that way because the department has made a lot of reform as a result of the consent decree. And so we're moving forward, and we don't want to lose that trust that we already gained with the community.
In Cleveland, Peggy Gallick, Fox 8, I-Team.
All right. So that was that. And see what they don't want you to know, or what they didn't say in that video, is that the same two officers has had a long history with misconduct. This guy, Pettit, he both men have faced similar issues during their time on the force. Pettit, the guy that was on the left, a 33-year-old who served tours in Iraq and Afghanistan in the Army, was hired in 2007. 2 years later, he shot and killed a 29-year-old Cleveland man after coming to the aid of bounty hunters. Pettit shot the man after the man stabbed him in the foot and hit him with a board. A 2010 evaluation by a supervisor found that he suffered an inordinate amount of on-duty injuries, had 4 uses of non-deadly force cases, and 2 deadly use of force cases in 1 year. It appears he is lacking in tact and tactics when interacting with citizens The evaluation said many officers prefer not to be partnered with him. So after that came out, he resigned in 2011. He went to do some other job, protective services. He left the contractor, and Cleveland welcomed him back to the police force in 2012. So he's got 4 non-deadly cases, or 4 non-deadly force cases, and 2 deadly use of force cases. Resigned in 2011, had an evaluation that said many officers prefer not to be partnered with him. He resigned in 2011, and they welcomed him back in 2012. Now get this. Excuse me. A month later, a black Sagamore Hills resident accused him of forcibly removing him from his car and slamming him on the back windshield during a traffic stop. The city in September 2017 agreed to pay Reginald Folks $25,000 to resolve a use of force lawsuit. So, 4 uses of non-deadly force cases, 2 deadly use force cases. They welcome him back in his first month back. Another use of force, but this time it cost him. And so, I guess they didn't see him doing a use of force, you know, a month later after they hired him back, welcomed him back, I should say. And the same officer in 2013, he and Officer John Sanderson were accused of disobeying a direct order from a sergeant and went to help an off-duty officer working downtown. He was suspended for 9 days. So it's just non-stop. This one officer, it's just non-stop for this guy. This other guy, he fatally shot a black teenager in 2005. The thing about this guy is the officer claimed McLeod, which was the 15-year-old McLeod, who was black, moved out of a closet in a small dark bedroom with a knife in his hand. It's always dark and somebody's got a weapon in their hand, apparently. McLeod's death caused considerable consternation in the city's black community, while the grand jury later cleared Cranick and Habib of criminal wrongdoing, and the city review board said the officers followed department policies as they existed at the time. The shooting called into question the bias of city police officers. It says, then Cleveland State Rep Shirley Smith wrote a letter to several political and law enforcement officials in which she labeled Habib and Cranick hitmen on an execution assignment. McLeod's family sued Cranick and Habib in 2006. Then U.S. District Judge Kate O'Malley ruled in 2008 that the suit should go to trial, writing that a mattress separated McLeod from the officers and that he wasn't waving the knife in his right hand in a threatening manner. But somehow, it got overturned and was said that Cranick and Habib acted reasonably given the circumstances. That same year, the city of Cleveland paid a total of $450,000 to Cranick, Habib, and Officer John Franco to settle claims of reverse discrimination and violation of civil rights. So they killed somebody. was told that they did wrong. Then it got overturned. Not only did it get overturned, they got paid $450,000 for reverse discrimination and violation of civil rights. So when it comes to our civil rights, it doesn't matter. But when it comes to a cop's civil rights, it's worth $450,000. And they still work for Cleveland police in Cleveland, Ohio. But I just wanted to bring that to people's attention, and I'll try to keep up with it, and I'll keep looking for other police misconduct, and I'll talk to you guys later. This is Freaking Rican from Freaking Rican News Network. Peace.